This is your one and only FireSpark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome to Dark Alliance. Today I'm going to show you how to absolutely just break every part of this game. Let's get to it. So you technically should be able to do this with just about any character since they all have ranged options when you hold down control, but I highly advise the archer because the archer's specialized for range and most of the archer's abilities are ranged and it just makes things a lot easier. But if you don't want to use the archer, you should be able to use many of these techniques with any of the other characters, but I'm going to be using the archer today. So I'm going to show you how to do any level dungeon, no matter what your skill is, it don't matter. Just pick one and do it. So like right here, we got this one. We can go straight for Ascendant. And you can see there that we're way, like our gear level, it's not, well, 2,800, I guess it's kind of close at this point, but you can do this. I started this character off at no level with an Ascendant level dungeon because it doesn't matter. So if you're going to use these techniques, make sure you're always doing Ascendant level. That way you maximize the amount of loot that you're getting. And it should be pretty easy. It's just extremely time consuming and boring because, well, you know, that's the game when you're playing solo. If you want to break it and you don't want to do it the hard way. So here we are, we got our first set of guys. Now, all you have to do when you see a bunch of guys like that come charging at you is keep backing up because at some point you're going to get to a spot where they stop charging. Right here's that spot. You can see they don't care anymore. And you just use that to your advantage. So we can go into ranged mode, shoot this guy, and wait till they get too close to us because we know they're going to absolutely destroy us. And then we can just back up to here and then they turn around and then we can just shoot them some more. Now, all of this is different depending on the way the map is laid out and where they stop at. As you can see where we are now, we found the perfect little sweet spot here because we can stand right here, we can shoot them and they won't do anything. But you're like, FireSpark, you're only doing 6 damage. Yes. Currently, I'm only doing 6 damage. That's going to vary depending on, you know, where you're at. Sometimes you can get much closer before they come charge and easily break them. Now, if you're too far away and you want to try to get closer to them, just run past them because where we broke it that way works for the opposite direction. So if we just jump over here, well, now they're not going to follow this. They're going to come to the edge here. They're going to go back to their spots. And now you can see we're hitting them for 46. Now, of course, the one there in the back, we're not going to hit for as much, but that's fine. I'll show you how to deal with that. That's really easy. What you want to do is maximize how quickly you're regenning your ult. Your ult is going to do a buttload of damage, and as you get up into higher levels, everything just becomes a bullet sponge and hits harder. That's about it. Everything is the same units most of the time that you fought before, and they just hit harder and take more hits. But with your ult, you're always going to do a lot of damage. That's going to be the max amount of damage in most cases that you can do. So in order to charge your ult super fast, we use the archer because the archer can get ranged. Well, all of them can get ranged, but the archer fires faster. But what you want to do is just do 15 hits at a time. So we're just going to go through until we get 15 hits. You can see at 5, we got 6 rage. I get a little more than normal because I've specialized in getting more than normal. So your percentages may vary, and there at 15 we got 7.2. Then we're just going to let our combo stop, and we're going to do that again. So we'll just go up to 15, and then you let the combo break. There we go, and then we let the combo break. And you can see down there at the bottom, we are filling our meter extremely fast. This is the quickest way to do it. Now you can keep shooting with the archer. You can keep your combo hits going for pretty much ever until the unit dies. It's super easy. You get a really, really long time. Watch, we just let that recharge. We fire another hit. There's our 15. We can fire a couple. Stop for a second, all of it regen. Yep, there we go. We can keep firing. You can take this all the way up into the hundreds with no problem. I've hit up to 150 before I got bored. There you can see at 31 we got 10%. And the more you go, the higher you get, but it takes longer before you get it again. Like our next one is going to have to be to 50. So if we continue to shoot this guy and that guy's dead, and it don't matter how much damage you do as long as you're hitting something. There you go. Now we've maxed out our ult. So now we can just use our ult and we can kind of line up with these guys and just fire through them. And there we go. And we're just absolutely destroying them. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to rinse and repeat this over and over and over again until you get through each of the areas. Now, some areas you don't even have to fight. So I'm going to do this area here. I'm going to finish it off just to check and make sure. What you want to look for is the areas that are going to get you the rest spot, because that's going to allow you to increase your loot. Usually it's not the first spot, but sometimes it can be. So it's best to clear the areas out. But if you're sure an area is not going to be a rest spot, for example, if you run the dungeon before and you know where they're at, just skip it. Just run past everybody that's there because it doesn't matter. All right, and this was not a rest spot. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to move on. Now, the other thing you can do is you can use the charge shot. And when you use charge shot and your abilities, you can use those as well. Like I do have this ability here. We're probably not in range. I don't even know if that's are those guys even targetable? I don't know. This guy is. So I'll show you here. We'll just run up to this guy. You only need a little bit. It's going to sap all of your energy, but you only need a little bit to activate it. So there you go. We'll just keep activating it. This dude's so broke he doesn't even realize what's going on. He resists charm. We got a little bit more. We just keep doing this on him. So you can do that. That doesn't really matter because you don't need your stamina to be super high in the first place because you're never really going to get attacked or hit or anything like that. And you can refresh your stamina and move that bar back up by using or activating your ult. So I already showed you how to charge your ult fast. So anytime you want to get all of your stamina back, all you have to do is just charge your ult and then you're good to go. So it looks like these guys here finally woke up, and we're just going to back up here. We're going to keep backing up and just see where they stop. Oh, look, it looks like right there they stop. So we can probably just stand here. Oh, nope, we can't shoot over that. Can we shoot right here? Yeah, we can shoot right here. Now I can just sit here and do the charge shot all I want. You can see I'm hitting him for 78. These guys may start run over. If they do, you just back up again. The other thing you can do is just charge up and, well, maybe if it'll let me, charge up and hit them as they're running away. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, but Firespark, that seems super boring. Yes, it is. I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy boring because all you do is just sit there and just keep shooting at them and they can't really do anything. And then you're fine and you just keep shooting them. And, it's super, super boring, not gonna lie, but it works and you can get through pretty much anything in the game with that. And you're like, well, what about the bosses? Well, all of the bosses that I have fought so far have a spot in their little fight zone area where they just shut down. Now, finding that spot can be difficult in some situations. I've only done 2 so far solo where I found that spot, so I can't tell you where all of them are. I'm gonna show you 2 right now. So if you stand here on these guys, you're fine where the little elevator is. And then this guy here, he just broke when I stand next to any of the purple walls. So start off when you're fighting a boss by trying to stand next to the purple walls or where the next zone starts, or just kind of walk around the edge. The other thing is just getting a far distance from them can also break them. I broke this guy just pushing him away from me until I pushed him into the wall with my ult, and then he just got stuck in the wall and couldn't do anything. The other tip is to never rest at a rest area. I don't care what you need, don't do it. Always choose the increase the loot. If for some reason you do die, you will have to fight all of the people in the dungeon again, or all the monsters, whatever, in the dungeon again, but you don't have to. They will all respawn and you just run past them. So even if you make it all the way to almost the end where the boss is and you've done all the things, you've collected all the things, all of that, and you die, just run through it. Just run straight past everybody. Half the time they will look, here's a bunch of guys right here. Look at them. Are they alive? Who knows? Look how much time I have to run past them. This dude hasn't even recognized me. The big dude hadn't even recognized me yet. Run right past him. Look, he's still confused on what's going on. Now he's finally walking over this way. I can go over here, harvest that, grab that. Hey buddy, do you realize I'm here? Oh look, they finally realized I'm here. I'm just gonna run past them. That's it. So yeah, if you die, don't worry about it. Just run past everything, because everything you've already done in the dungeon will already be done. All the loot that you've gotten in the dungeon, you'll have already gotten. It will stick with you. All you have to do in order to get out with said loot is just complete the dungeon. That's it, just kill the boss. And as I showed you, it's pretty easy to do. So even in areas like this here, we have it's kind of iffy. Well, we're silenced right now. We're just gonna run past this guy here. If we run up here, at some point, he will break. We probably need a lever or something. He probably won't even charge me all the way over here. Does he stop? Yes, you can see here, they stop. So all I'd have to do is just shoot this guy until I've killed him. Once he comes running over here, I just back up. Just back up. And now and then he'll back up. So this guy's gonna fire something. I don't even know. He's not gonna come up here. Yep, see, there, he just turns around. So that's it. That's my tip for beating this game. It's all, that technique works pretty much every dungeon that I've done solo so far. Haven't had too many issues. It's just stupid time consuming. I'm not gonna lie. It just gets boring at times. Like this guy here, when I was fighting him, it took me probably 25, 30 minutes to finally bring him down because he's that much of a bullet sponge. And I was that under leveled to fight him because I was doing this at the highest tier dungeon that I could possibly do. And I was level 4. So it took quite some time, but I walked out with amazing loot and I have so much more damage now at my current level. And yeah, okay, well, that's it. I'm gonna wrap this up here. Just a short, sweet video. Just wanted to show you guys how you can break this if you're running it solo. Don't do this if you're not running it solo. If you're running it with friends, it's so much more fun just to fight this stuff. But if you're running it solo, you just want to gear up, you know, just want to kind of relax because it is somewhat, like I said, it's somewhat boring. So you just kind of chill, you know. This is how you can do it. That's gonna wrap it up for this episode. If you like what you saw, consider hitting that sub button. I want to give an absolutely massive shout out and thank you to my supporters on Patreon for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you'd like to join my elite crew of Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.